Hi everybody, my name's Sharon and I'm an avid at-home crafter, and I just wanted today to show you some things to do with Indian block printing. Something I've found quite recently and absolutely love it. So I thought I would show you some of the equipment today so you can have a look, see whether it's something you're potentially interested in. So what is it? It's a lot of blocks. So these some of the blocks that we use with fabric paint to print on material. The blocks are made traditionally in India, hand carved, so each block is never fully identical, and they are really good. One thing I would say is be careful where you buy blocks from, because some blocks are a lot cheaper but don't last as long. So for example, this one was a cheap block and it actually sheds little bits of wood every time you wash it, where if you buy a more expensive block, they don't actually shed at all. So the company I tend to use to buy most of my stuff from is the Indian Block Printing Company, and they are online, really good. Fast service, very friendly. Got any questions you can ask them. They are really good. Anyway, let's get on a bit. So you can print on any fabric, anything you want at all, from things like aprons, which, you know, I would say do wear an apron when you do this, because fabric paint is, as it says, fabric paint, and you get it on your clothes and it's going to stay on. So I'll just pop my apron on and show you some of the things that I've printed on first, just to give you a little bit of an idea of what you can do. So some of the things I've got here are oven gloves. You can buy just the plain oven gloves and print on them. These are just really simple ones, but they're very effective. Nice as gifts. Some of the other things are things like little pencil cases or makeup bags, or some of the other stuff you can do. The one I really like is cushion covers. So you can make a full set of cushion covers that are unique to you. Nobody else would have them. They're really good. We have other things like tote bags. Tote bags are always quite nice to give as little gifts. It's always nice to use as well, actually. So that gives you a couple of ideas there. But you can print on any material. I've printed on some shirts that I've got. They look really effective. So say it's whatever you want, really, you could print on. I would suggest natural material is better. Scarves print lovely, so that's another thing to think about. Anyway, so how do you do it? What do you need? So blocks, first and foremost, all of your blocks. And I say they can be bought from the Indian Block Printing Company, or there are other sites, but that is my preferred site. There's so many to choose from. Absolutely loads. I must have about 300 blocks now, so that gives you an idea. Fabric paint is what you need to use. So I tend to buy the little pots, again from the Indian Block Printing Company. You can see there, I think I've got every colour that they do now, which is quite good. It goes a long way. You don't need a lot of paint. The other thing is sponge dabbers. Sponge dabbers, now I must admit, they're a Team U purchase and they are peanuts to buy. I prefer using the little ones, but they come in all sorts of different sizes, depending on what project you want to do. You can rewash these and just keep reusing them. They are really good. You need some foam to print on. So this is an Indian Block Printing Company one. I do have a full table piece when I do a big project, but this is just to show you. This is because you need something a little bit spongy to do your printing on. You need to be able to rock it. So you would actually put that down onto your surface and just gently rock it to get it to actually print. So see, I use a plastic plate to put my little bit of fabric paint on, and then dab onto my pots from there. To wash these, to look after them, all you need is a little bit of hot soapy water, and I just use things like this, a little scrubber, and you literally just give them a scrub and they all come up like new. They're brilliant. So just to sort of show you that that does work, I'm going to do a little print for you. So we're just going to use a midnight blue colour. And we just need to put a tiny little bit on our plate. So I'll show you how much I've put on there. Obviously, I'm just going to show you how to print, but literally a tiny little bit is all you need. So then we'll take a dabber. So again, I've just taken the tiny little dabber and I'm going to use this hair. This is a lovely one when it's printed. So you literally, I'll move that so you can see a bit better. You would dab onto your sponge and then dab onto your block. So literally just dab it. One thing I would say is don't spread it like that. For all it's quicker, it actually doesn't print very well. So dab it onto your block like that. Just make sure you are happy that you've got it all on. There, and I think we are covered there. And then you literally take your block, pop it down onto your material, and then just rock it gently. So you don't have to put a lot of pressure on, but just rock it gently and then lift it straight up off what you've done. So then, there you go. That is my printed hair. As you can see, it comes out really, really well. Very good. I love that one. So if you were doing a project and you wanted to use your hair again with a different colour, you don't have to go away and wash it. You can literally just give it a rub, take the thick paint off, and away you go again. You can use it again. So let's do it another colour just to show you that that does work. We'll use pink this time. Again, put a tiny bit on our plate. And there we go. Another dabber. We'll dab our hair again. So just to show you, dab that again, look. There you go. Make sure you get all of it. Just a dab. There is a point where you can put too much paint on or you can put too little. What I suggest you do if you're going to start a project is actually do it on a scrap piece first. Now what I tend to do, because I do classes at home, I will just cut up white pillowcases, new pillowcases, and they're ideal to test on. So we will do this pink one just so you can see it again. Just a little rock. Little rock is all you need to do. And then there you go. We now have our beautiful pink one. So that works really, really well. One thing I would say is this is quite an expensive craft. So if there is a group you can go to have a try, I would suggest doing that first. But I'm sure you'll love it like I do. Thanks for watching. Bye.